Getting adequate fish oil in your diet leads to compelling health benefits, including body composition benefits, cancer prevention, heart health, optimal brain function, and overall well-being. Fish oil is needed for peak muscular function, an optimistic mood, healthy blood pressure, eye health, and preventing inflammation. Sounds like pretty good stuff, right? Still, the media loves to disrespect fish oil just as much as they like to talk trash about multivitamins, leaving a lot of people so confused that they throw their hands up in frustration and decide to not take any supplements. Now, I think we're over supplemented to begin with, but there are a handful of good supplements that you should be taking, and fish oil is one of them. It's valuable to have things clarified so we can understand the mechanism behind better health from fish oil and achieve optimal fat intake. This video will tell you the top 7 things you need to know about fish oil with a special focus on the biological mechanism which supports your heart. I'm Nick Garcia, health and nutrition coach, creator of the Health Report. Thanks for watching. Here's number 1. Fish oil protects the heart. It started with the Eskimos, believe it or not. 40 years ago, 2 Danish medical students, Hans Bang and Jorn Dyerberg, got the idea that fish oil could protect against heart disease from reports that the Eskimos, whose diet was made up almost entirely of marine life, almost never got heart disease. Analysis of blood samples from fish-eating Eskimos showed that their blood was almost completely free of inflammatory biomarkers linked to heart disease. They had the cleanest blood that these Danish scientists had ever seen. Despite strong connections between better cardiovascular health and omega-3 fish oil intake, 40 years of research has left science befuddled about the therapeutic effectiveness of fish oil for the well-being of the heart until the last few years. Number 2, a stress reaction enhances protection. The Princess Bride effect of fish oil. Emerging research shows that the marine omega-3s, EPA and DHA, are highly susceptible to oxidation in the body, an effect assumed to be toxic and undesirable. Oxidation is generally what causes oxidative stress that builds and causes an inflammatory state. However, more recent data suggests that what would normally be considered an unwanted outcome if it happened to any other type of molecular fat is beneficial when it happens to DHA and EPA. Oxidized fish oil appears to be particularly protective to the heart. Here's what researchers are suggesting. Recall the story of the Princess Bride in which the hero Wesley ingests small amounts of poison to develop an immunity so that he will survive if he was ever poisoned by the enemy, an effect called hormesis. A similar argument is being put forth about oxidized DHA and EPA. Researchers suggest that they cause reactions in the body that enhance genes that end up protecting the heart against disease and stress. Pretty amazing. Number 3, get a balanced fat intake to benefit from protective fish oil and avoid the toxic kind. To get the protective effect of fish oil, you must get an overall balanced fat intake of the omega-3 and omega-6 fats. It's all about the ratio. The omega-6 fats can both help and harm the heart. In reasonable and balanced doses with the other fats, omega-6 fats have an anti-inflammatory effect, enhancing gene pathways. However, in large toxic doses, which generally are found in the American Standard Diet, which have become standard, the omega-6 fats cause cell death, damage, and rampant inflammation. For example, the typical American diet has a ratio of 15:1 omega-6 to omega-3s. Remember, omega-6 fats are those that come from vegetable sources. In contrast, humans evolved in a diet that provided a near equal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats. Just look at what they ate back then. Wild meat, which is naturally high in omega-3s, fish, the super high omega-3 source, fruit, plants, seeds, and nuts that provided a balanced quantity of unrefined omega-6 fats. Compare that diet with the grain-fed factory farm animals of conventional farming that are super high in omega-6 fats. Pile on the isolated vegetable fats coming from vegetable oils that we eat, and we are overwhelmed with omega-6 fat, which is one of the leading causes of insulin resistance, prediabetes, and yes, diabetes. Number 4, omega-3 to omega-6 fat imbalances cause inflammation and disease. The effect is that the omega-6s are killing cells and causing rampant inflammation, while the omega-3s are trying to mitigate the damage. But they are so overwhelmed with the omega-6 fats that they can't lessen the harm. In addition, EPA and DHA require complex mechanism in the body via enzymatic activity. But it's those same enzymes that metabolize the omega-6s. The omega-3s are left without their enzymes, exacerbating the problem. On the other hand, a more equal ratio of omega-6 to 3 provides the right dose of stress, causing a beneficial and protective enhancement of genes that are anti-inflammatory. Number 5, results of the research: fish oils do matter. A review published by the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University found the following compelling points about fish oil. Number 1, high-quality fish oil supplementation helps prevent heart disease. 2, certain forms of DHA and EPA, specifically the triglyceride form, taken in high doses, 2 grams daily or more, are more effective than other forms such as ethyl ester forms and smaller doses. Fish oil has enormous value for preventing serious health problems other than heart disease. Conflicting reports that fish oil is not effective at preventing heart disease are likely due to the increasing effectiveness of medications such as statins. In comparison of drug interventions, fish oils don't make as much of an impact. And plant-derived sources of omega-3 fatty acids such as flaxseed oil or chia seeds have less benefit from those that come from cold water fish. Number 6, don't believe the media lies. Unfortunately, high-quality media sources like the New York Times use misrepresentative headlines and talk about research outcomes in distorted ways. For example, in 2012, a large-scale analysis of almost 70,000 people published in the Journal of American Medical Association found that omega-3 users had a 9% lower rate of heart-related death compared to controls and an 11% lower rate of heart attack. These differences did not reach statistical significance, which means that the overall conclusion was that omega-3 supplementation wasn't associated with the lower risk of cardiac death, heart attack, or all-cause mortality. Even if it was just 1%, I think that should prove that omega-3s are beneficial. And finally, you can lose fat with a balanced fat intake. You need fat to lose fat. A balanced fat intake will help you lose body fat. Research shows it improves insulin sensitivity and decreases cortisol response. These are the 2 hormones that are most associated with having a fat-storing body. Balance insulin, reduce cortisol, and you are in for a treat. Build muscle and strength for better body composition. We've known for a while that fish oil is anabolic, meaning muscle building. And a new study of middle-aged adults showed that taking 4 grams a day for 2 months led to an increase in lean muscle mass and strength in conjunction with a resistance weight training program. And finally, we all know that fish oil is anti-inflammatory and will decrease cortisol, which will help you more easily shed stubborn body fat. Stubborn body fat comes from too many omega-6s, vegetable oils, too many of the wrong types of carbs, an inflammatory body, imbalanced hormones. Fish oil alone won't help all this, but increasing that omega-3 to omega-6 ratio will help you shed body weight and ultimately lead to a healthier life. So those are 7 things that you need to know about fish oil. And fish oil is one of the best 5 supplements that you can take, including a multivitamin and collagen, protein, good quality protein powder and all that. But let's focus on fish oil for this one. Thanks so much for watching. If you learned something new, hit that subscribe button. Talk to you soon.